Hey everyone, and welcome to the 17 Hats webinar. My name is Yoon, and I'm checking in today from our headquarters in Pasadena, California. I'm really excited that you guys are all joining me on this webinar today because really this webinar is all about you. If you're turning in today, chances are you're a small business owner, and you might even be the only employee of your company. And the company that you started with your skill, your vision, or a passion. And being on that journey by yourself can feel lonely, but you're not alone, no matter how lonely it might feel, because there are millions of solo entrepreneurs out there, many of them 17 Hats members that we've watched over the years. We've seen time and time again that the journey is actually quite similar for many of them, regardless of what industry that might be in. Whether you're channeling your passion as a wedding photographer or really, using your connection with animals to be a dog walker, whatever your business might be, typically it starts off great. You make that leap from your business just being an idea to a reality. And at some point, you're starting to make new contacts and booking your first clients, maybe even getting paid. And soon enough, reality hits where you find that you're working long hours just to keep up on top of all the little things that come with running a business that you weren't thinking about before when you first started it. Calls and emails go unreturned for too long, that you start losing valuable leads for your business and feeling really down on yourself about that. But it's not really your fault because you're the only person on your team, so you can't take a moment to step away for family or for work or for anything else that might be coming along. You find yourself writing the same emails over and over. One of the most time-consuming things that we hear from our business owners before they join 17 Hats is that they're writing the same emails to each client over and over again, just tweaking little things, and that can be such a time suck, and you're always worried about little things like that. The paperwork and the billing, all of those things start stealing your attention away from what you're good at. If that sounds familiar, you feel free to drop that into the chat box below so I can see that. But, tends to be that a lot of business owners that we talk to go through that same routine and that journey where at that point in their business where they're not working on what they're good at and they're working on their business. So, every solopreneur tends to go through that same phase, and some of them burn out and quit, which is really a shame because we would love to have those people pursue what they're good at for, a much longer time. But, it just sometimes you just can't keep up with that. The smart ones like you, they go out and look for an answer to find a resource that helps them get organized, a way for them to automate some of those repetitive tasks that are such a time suck. And that's where 17 Hats comes in. We're here to make business easier for you after seeing all these solopreneurs over the years struggle with the same things over and over again. Our all-in-one integrated solution puts everything you need at your fingertips. And because it's all in one place, all the different parts start to work together seamlessly. People say that there's an app out there for everything, but maybe you're at this phase where you realize that that's exactly the problem, where having a different app for everything doesn't actually help you organize because now you're chasing after 17 different apps to get your business done and get your work done. And that's not really a good place to be. If you join 17 Hats, you're going to be able to put all of that information, everything you need for your business, all in one place. So we're going to take a peek at how 17 Hats can do that for you and make your business easier. Now, obviously, this webinar wasn't designed to cover every single feature that 17 Hats has to offer because, frankly, none of you would sit through a webinar that long anyways. And, because 17 Hats is so flexible, it can fit all these different business needs and different industries, your specific workflows, the way you do things. A webinar like this couldn't even cover it all at once anyway. So really, this webinar is designed to introduce you to the possibilities of 17 Hats, and then it would be up to you to dive into it and really get to learn how 17 Hats can really help you. It should give you a sense of how 17 Hats can transform your business and your life, like so many of our users tell us every single day. So let's jump right in and see what 17 Hats can do. And we're going to start with what 17 Hats looks like for your client, because really they're the most important part of your business. Without clients, you wouldn't be able to get any work done or have a business. So we're going to jump right in, and I'm going to show you what 17 Hats looks like from the client's end. And then we're going to jump into 17 Hats itself so that you can see what 17 Hats will look like from your end. So jumping right in, here's an example of a business that might be on 17 Hats. It's not a real business, but your website might look something like this for Doug's dog walking service. Just like you, Doug has some information about his business, maybe some pricing info right there. But like any other business website, the most important part of this page is a way for your clients to get in touch. Down here is a 17 Hats lead capture form. And this can be embedded into any website and even your Facebook page for your business. So maybe you have your phone number currently on your website, or even a form similar to this that sends the information to your email address that then you have to look at and get back to. But as I mentioned before, when you're running your own business, getting back to leads immediately can be really difficult. Different behavioral studies have shown that you're 10 times more likely to be able to book a client when you get back to them within the first hour, and even more likely than that when you make first contact within the first 5 minutes while things are still fresh. Luckily for you, once you're set up, 17 Hats does exactly that and automates the process of booking your client so that it happens as fast as you'd like, even instantly. This way, even if you're away from the computer or you're from your phone, whether you're at your kid's soccer game or working with another client, 17 Hats can take care of all of that for you. So now, as a potential client, I just filled out this form. So when I go to my inbox, there's immediately something in there that I can start moving forward with for Doug, instead of having to wait days or hours just to hear back from him. Just by having 17 Hats, Doug is actually capturing leads and businesses that may have fallen through the cracks. And here's this automated email that's personalized to me by name and sends me this document that I can then review. As a client, it is so easy for me to look over these, look at the different options that I have, customize it to what I want, and select them, and then accept that quote. Then I can review my contract immediately, and I can fill out any information or check boxes or even custom forms like this within the contract that I can provide more information, and then sign it digitally from within 17 Hats so that I don't have to print it, sign it, scan it, and so on. Finally, I'm taking to my invoice, which is actually automatically generated based on the options that I picked earlier, and then I can pay that amount in full or pay a different amount on a payment plan or whatever Doug has set me up to do. And all of this is automated and so simple for me. Obviously, depending on how you want to set your business up, you might have a more involved process with a phone consultation, in-person meetings, or a few more emails back and forth. But all of that is customizable within 17 Hats. So I was just showing you how simple it can be and how quick it can be. But you can add more steps to collect more information from your clients and whatever you might need to make your business easier and more efficient while still collecting all the information and taking the steps that you need to do. So, that's just a quick look at what the client booking process can look like for your clients when you get 17 Hats. Switching now over to what Doug sees, as a business owner, you are going to see this every day you log into 17 Hats to manage your business. So we just went through that process as a client from Doug, and all of that was automated. You saw that email that went out that was, had my name in it. It was all customizable and, all the fonts and colors. You see all of that matches my branding, that button over there. Next, when you go right here, you'll see that while I was away, Yoon test, you can see all that client activity all within one place. So if I go to this page now, I can see the packages that I selected. I can see that quote that I just accepted all in one place. And because you're managing everything in one place, all your client information is going to stay all in here. You're not going to have to chase back and forth between different apps. All of it's going to be here where you can see all your important documents, any sort of client information that you might have saved, as well as next steps on what to do. And all of this is pulled right back into that overview page where 17 Hats is like having a personal assistant where it'll tell you every day when you log in what has happened already, what's coming up in the next couple of days, and what things you have to do, new leads that you might have, workflow items, which is kind of the process of how you're doing things and the automated business process that you have that's repeatable across every client. And then, of course, all the different documents and information. 17 Hats also manages your bookkeeping because it pulls all those invoices and the sales as it syncs up with your business bank account. And then you can categorize your expenses and keep track of what you made in a certain period, the profit, the losses, whatever that might be. So that's just a quick overview into what 17 Hats does for your clients and what 17 Hats looks like from your end. And I'm back. So there you go, a quick preview to what Inc. magazine called the perfect business tool for solopreneurs like you. But most importantly, all of that wouldn't matter unless other small business owners like you raved about us constantly, and they do, about how we're transforming businesses and lives, from helping our users organize their businesses so that they can look more professional, to helping business owners make more money, which is so important, especially if this is your full-time job and you've made that leap. And you know what? Just plain making life easier for everyone that needs it most, which is solopreneurs like you, so you can have a life outside of your business. And all of this amazing business tool that people can't stop raving about for your business to transform it completely, as well as our amazing in-house domestic business support team right along your side, able to answer any questions that you might have about, as you get started on our system. All of that for much less than a cup of coffee a day. So go ahead and let us join you on your journey as a small business owner. And it's all risk-free too for the first month, because we have a money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied for any reason, because we're confident that you'll want to stick around with us and help you grow your business. Because with 17 hats, your business will get easier.